Hey everybody, Sean here from Somm Wine Club, and I have got some wine for you. This is the 2020 Romain Duvernay Côtes-du-Rhône Blanc that's part of the November 2022 Somm Wine Club box. Romain Duvernay is what's known as a négociant, so they're basically a merchant. They will find high quality fruit that they'll either purchase and make into wine themselves or sell off to other producers. The family started this négociant business back in 1904, and they did that for several generations until the current generation, Romain Duvernay, in 1998, decided that the fruit that they were getting was too good to just pass up on and sell on to other producers. So they started producing some wine under their own label. So the Romain Duvernay line was born. It's Romain and his father Roland who currently take care of operations at the estate, which is based in Châteauneuf-du-Pape in the southern part of the Rhône Valley. But they source fruit from the northern and southern Rhône. So they produce a Côte Rôtie, they produce a Condrieu, which is a Viognier from the northern Rhône. They produce Châteauneuf-du-Pape, and then of course they have their basic Côte-du-Rhône and Côte-du-Rhône Blanc, which are fantastic representations of the grape varieties of the region. This is a predominantly Grenache Blanc based Côte-du-Rhône Blanc with a little bit of claret added in for freshness and vibrancy. But they're fantastic values, and they're such interesting textured wines, and they get overlooked a lot because people think of Côte-du-Rhône Blanc as just a simple, very inexpensive, easy drinking wine that you don't have to kind of look too deep into. But there is a lot of gems to be found within the appellation of Côte-du-Rhône. So let's take a look and see. I love the balance of fruit and bitterness that Grenache Blanc gives you when it is made well. Even on the nose, you get this kind of subtle, bitter, herbal, nutty type kind of aroma on top of like really beautiful fresh pear and melon, citrus peel. Even though this wine is textured and flavorful, it doesn't have any new oak, so you're not getting vanilla or toasty spice character. It's really just more about fruit concentration, and then when you actually get it into your mouth, you feel how it kind of works its way into different parts of your mouth. Grenache Blanc has a lot of what they call dry extract. So if you were to boil the wine down to nothing, there would be a significant amount of actual stuff that's left in the beaker or whatever you're using to chemically reduce it down to nothing. And that's what adds texture. That's what gives you all of this mouthfeel and this subtle bitterness, even tannin astringency sometimes. Totally dry, no sugar here. Those flavors on the nose, that ripe pear and kind of melon, are mirrored on the palate. You feel that subtle kind of herbal bitterness as well, adding a whole lot of texture, adding weight. The Rhône is a relatively warm climate. The alcohol on here is 13.5, so moderate as well, but they controlled it really well. It doesn't seem hot. It doesn't kind of jump out at you. There's a little bit of like floral, almost like dried floral. And then again, that almond skin kind of bitter nuttiness, which I love, and I think that adds a whole lot of depth to this wine. These styles of wine are really quite flexible with food. That was something I discovered while I was managing the wine program at Vidge's restaurant, Indian restaurant in my neighborhood here. Côte-du-Rhône wines and Rhône varieties in general work incredibly well with Indian spices and spices. So things like cumin, fenugreek, cardamom, anise, fennel, like they all have kind of an undertone of bitter herbaceousness, which works really well. There's a dish at Vidge's, the lamb popsicles, which of course is their signature dish, but being a lamb dish, people always think that it's going to go better with red, but often it goes better with white wine. So doing a fully like textured, dry white to help pick up on the fenugreek and the turmeric that's in the curry. And then you have cream and white wine and mustard in the marinade. So that's a fantastic choice to kind of play off of those flavors and do different things kind of outside of your normal range of food and wine pairing. Big shout out to them as well, because last month, the end of October, they got a Bib Gourmand from the Michelin Guide when they released the list of restaurants in Vancouver that were being recognized for high quality. So super proud of them and happy to have those recipes up here in my head so that I can recreate them at home if I don't feel like going out and having dinner. Oh, it's so drinkable. It doesn't require a dish to show its best, but it will definitely shine if you pair it with the right food. So I'm excited to see what everybody comes up with. I already know what I'm doing. So if you have questions about the wine, if you're curious about more of the history, the style, the kind of cool Côtes-du-Rhône info that's not shared in this video, I am more than happy to provide some more context for you and talk about some of the differences in the different regions of the Côtes-du-Rhône. So I look forward to chatting with everybody. Thanks very much. We'll see you guys next time.